Angola is a country located in southern Africa. Angola, bordering Namibia to the south, the Democratic Republic of Congo to the north, and Zambia to the east. It also has a coastline along the Atlantic Ocean. Angola is the 7th largest country in Africa and the 24th largest country in the world. It has a total area of 1,246,700 square kilometers, 481,354 square miles. Angola's terrain is diverse, with a coastal plain in the west, a central plateau, and mountains in the east. The country's highest point is Morro de Moco, which stands at 2,620 meters, 8,596 feet above sea level. Angola has a tropical climate with a rainy season from October to April and a dry season from May to September. Its history is complex and shaped by its diverse geography, various ethnic groups, and rich resources. Pre-colonial Angola was home to several indigenous ethnic groups, including the Congo, Chokwe, and Mbunda. The Kingdom of Congo was one of the most powerful states in the region, with a rich culture and a complex political system. In the 15th century, the Portuguese began colonizing Angola. They established trade in slaves, ivory, and other goods, and established forts along the coast. The Portuguese also introduced Christianity to the region, which had a significant impact on the local culture. In the 19th century, the slave trade declined and the Portuguese began to focus on developing the colony's agricultural and mineral resources. They also established a system of forced labor, which was used to build infrastructure and extract resources. During the 20th century, Angola became a major producer of oil, diamonds, and other resources. However, the country's wealth was not evenly distributed, and poverty and inequality were widespread. In the 1950s and 1960s, nationalist movements began to emerge, calling for independence from Portugal. The most prominent of these was the MPLA, Popular Movement for the Liberation of Angola, led by Agostinho Neto. In 1975, Angola finally gained its independence from Portugal, but the country was soon plunged into a civil war that lasted for 27 years. The MPLA, backed by the Soviet Union and Cuba, fought against two other anti-communist groups, the FNLA National Front for the Liberation of Angola, and the UNITA National Union for the Total Independence of Angola. The war resulted in the deaths of an estimated 500,000 people and caused widespread destruction. In 2002, a peace agreement was finally reached, and the country has been relatively stable since then. However, Angola still faces many challenges, including poverty, inequality, and corruption. Despite its wealth of resources, the country remains one of the poorest in the world, and many of its citizens lack access to basic necessities such as clean water and healthcare. Angola has a rich and diverse culture that reflects its history and the various ethnic groups that make up its population. The traditional cultures of Angola's various ethnic groups, including the Congo, Chokwe, and Mbunda, are an important part of the country's cultural heritage. These cultures are characterized by a strong sense of community, respect for elders, and a deep connection to the land. Many traditional customs and practices, such as ancestor worship, are still observed today. Portuguese colonization had a significant impact on Angola's culture, with the introduction of Christianity, the Portuguese language, and European customs and practices. Today, the majority of Angolans are Catholic, and Christianity continues to be an important part of the country's culture. Music and dance are an integral part of Angola's culture, with a variety of traditional and modern styles. The semba, a traditional dance that originated in Angola and has spread to other countries in the region, is particularly popular. Angola has also produced several internationally renowned musicians, including Carlos Alberto, Wiza, Sambo, who popularized the kizomba music genre. Angolan cuisine is heavily influenced by the country's diverse ethnic groups, as well as its history of colonization and trade. It features a mix of African, Portuguese, and Brazilian flavors. Traditional dishes include fungue, a type of cornmeal pudding, matapa, a stew made from cassava leaves, and muamba de galinha, chicken stew. Angola has a vibrant art scene, with many artists exploring traditional and contemporary themes in their work. Angola also has a rich tradition of textiles, with different ethnic groups producing their own unique styles of fabrics, including the well-known kakoi and capulana. Overall, Angola's culture is complex and diverse, reflecting the country's history, geography, and people. It's a combination of traditional and modern elements that make it unique. The flag of Angola is a simple but striking design, consisting of two equal horizontal bands of red and black, with a yellow symbol in the center. The red color symbolizes the blood shed by the people during Angola's struggle for independence, and the black represents the African continent. The yellow symbol in the center is a depiction of a machete and a star, representing the country's workers and peasants. The star also stands for international solidarity and progress. The flag was adopted on November 11, 1975, after Angola gained independence from Portugal. It was designed by the Popular Movement for the Liberation of Angola (MPLA), which was the ruling party of Angola at the time and continues to be the ruling party. The flag of Angola is very similar to the flag of Mozambique, which also has horizontal bands of red, black, and yellow. The main difference is that the symbols in the center of the flag are different, with Mozambique's flag featuring an open book and an AK-47 rifle. The people of Angola are diverse, with over 80 ethnic groups and numerous languages spoken throughout the country. The largest ethnic group is the Ovimbundu, who make up about 37% of the population. Other major ethnic groups include the Ambundu 25%, Bakongo 13%, and Chokwe 7%. The official language of Angola is Portuguese, which was imposed during the country's colonial period. However, many Angolans also speak one of the many indigenous languages, including Umbundu, Kikongo, and Kimbundu. Angola's population is predominantly rural, with over 70% of the population living in rural areas. The majority of Angolans are farmers and engage in subsistence agriculture, growing crops such as cassava, corn, and beans. Fishing and hunting are also important in some areas. The people of Angola have a rich cultural heritage, with traditional customs and practices still being observed in many parts of the country. Ancestor worship, for example, is an important aspect of traditional culture and is still practiced by many Angolans today. Angola has a young population, with over 70% of the population under the age of 30. This is due to a high birth rate and a relatively low life expectancy. Despite the diversity of the people of Angola, there is a strong sense of national identity among Angolans, who have a shared history of struggle and resilience. Despite the many challenges they face, the people of Angola are known for their resourcefulness and determination. Overall, the people of Angola are diverse and dynamic, reflecting the country's complex history and cultural heritage. They are resilient, resourceful and determined to build a better future for their country.